Hi everyone, this is Bobbie, and I am here to share with you my finished project using the Family Fun Night game package from Country Craft Creations. This is Family Night, it's called, by CARTA, and here's some of the chipboard stickers. You can see I've used quite a few of them. Here's one of the little game pieces. This is just such a cute collection to work with. I mean, Tammy always sends awesome products, but this was just something really whimsical and cute and really fun to work with. So I hope you enjoy it. What I decided to do was make a little game box, and this is a 7 3/4 by 7 3/4 is the base, and then I made the top 8 by 8 so that I'd have plenty of room. So on the front of the box, I have just layered up some of the papers, made a little banner, and added a lot of the chipboard stickers and a couple of the stickers from the sticker sheet and the game pieces. I put this little boy and girl on the bottom watching TV. It reminded me so of my mom and my little brother. They used to always lay on their tummies on the floor and watch TV, so I thought that was really cute, and we always played a lot of games when we were kids. Always played our records. And one of my sisters and I were oil painters, so that worked good too. So I used the domino paper on the sides all the way around. And on the inside of the box, this was a free printable. And I'll have a link for that in the description box with my cut list. And I just put it on some a score tape sheet, and then I attached it to black Artisan and just cut each of them out, and it's a whole set. Oh, I didn't show you on the inside of the lid. This is a free downloadable too, a little checkerboard. So you can play dominoes, you can play checkers, you can play chess, all kinds of things. So there's those pieces, and then you had one full sheet of cut aparts of bingo cards, and there was 12 of them. And I put each one of them on some lightweight chipboard, and that was not part of this collection, but it was something that Tammy sent me with another collection that I hadn't used all of. So I used that, and I wrapped them all in black Artisan and just attached the little bingo card to the front of it. And then the game pieces. These are so cute. These are buttons that I just clipped the back off of them with a pair of little snips. And I punched out 6 1-inch circles of each color and just layered them on there, and I added some, I used the Nuvo clear glaze drops. I got that from Tammy a long time ago. I don't know if she still has it. Here is the club. That was the diamond. Here is the $sign from Monopoly. Here is the heart, and there's the spade. And I just put them all back in one of the little bags that came with the collection. And then I printed these free game sheets, score sheets, and these little clips came with the collection. This one is for dominoes, and this one's just a little notepad that I printed. And I have a link for that in on my cut list as well. Doesn't this remind you of the Life game? So cute. And then I wanted to save the game board that came with it. So I scored it in half. And then I cut halfway through to the right side so that I could save it all. And you can actually play a game on that. So you fold it back up and put your little clip with your bow on it. Goes in the game box with your score pads, all your bingo cards, the dominoes, and the game pieces. And I wanted to show you too, I think it's right here, let me see. The site that I found to get the free score sheets, that's where I got the dominoes as well, and this is what it looks like when you get it. And like I said, I cut all this excess off, and I put a piece of score tape behind it. You know, the big score tape sheets that Tammy sells. I put it on that and then attached it to black Artisan and just cut them all out. So that was a free printable. And also on the same site you can get checkers, which I haven't cut out yet, and you can get chess. And they also have a lot of coloring pages for kids, and I printed out some for the grandkids. This frog. This one is about finding the differences in the picture, and then from a great-granddaughter, a princess. They just had tons of stuff on that one site, so there will be a link in the description box right with my cut list how you get to that site and print out the free printables. Alright, that is the box. And I would encourage you to watch the whole tutorial before you make it, because I made the lid twice. The first time I made a boo-boo, and I was very unhappy with it because my corners weren't just right, and I thought this will never work. So I still have the other lid. It was too late to take it apart, so I just remade it, and I have all the instructions in there on how to avoid the boo-boo I made in the first place. So that's my project. I hope y'all love it, and if you have already subscribed, I thank you very much. If you haven't, I hope you will, and come back and see me again in the future. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Okay guys, for creating this box is mainly what I want to show you on this tutorial. Everything else that I've created for this project is pretty much self-explanatory, but I just wanted to show you the box because I've wrapped it differently. This is just your basic 12 by 12 cardstock, and normally what we do is place our box base in the middle and then our pieces around the edge like so, and then we wrap it all. However, the size of this box leaves me very little edge to wrap over, as you can see. So that would mean I have to put a piece in here, and I didn't want any raw edges up here at the top. So I have decided to do it differently, and I'm going to show you what I did. And this is the 7 3/4 by 7 3/4 chipboard, and I've just attached a piece of the paper to it, the design paper. This one, it looks like the game spinner from Life to me. But anyway, what I've decided to do was make my side pieces separately and attach them to this. And that way, let me take all my stuff out of the box that I've created so far, and I'll explain this to you here in a minute. I've already created the lid, and I downloaded this from the internet. It was free, and I have a link there for you so you can print it as well. But you can see you get this smooth roll all the way to the bottom, all the way to the outside, and it rolls to the top, and then you just add your cardstock here. So and it's really sturdy. It's not bowed at all on the edges. Okay, for the bingo, you have one sheet that's all bingo cards, 12 bingo cards, and I just wrapped some lightweight chipboard that I had left from a previous project that Tammy sent me. I just wrapped it in black like you would an album cover, and then I added the little bingo card to the front. That way it gave me a solid back without any edges showing, and I didn't have to add any more. So I've got all 12 bingo cards done. That was really easy. Then I wanted to save the game sheet, and I'm going to add some ribbon to this clip so you can actually lay this out and use the game board. I just scored it down the middle, and then center this way. I just cut it into the score line so that I could save the whole game sheet. Then I found this printout of a lot of game pieces online. There's really a lot of stuff to choose from. I'll show you. I found this sheet of dominoes, printable dominoes, and I'll have a link for that too. And I just created all of the dominoes, and what I did was I put a piece of the score tape sheet back here, attached it. I cut all this extra off, of course. I attached this part to the score tape sheet and then stuck it down to black Artisan and cut each one of them out. And that is what this is, all the little domino pieces. So we have that. Then I found these score sheets for dominoes, and just some plain little score sheets for other games. And I'll add some ribbons to this as well. And there was tons of stuff you can print. I found checkers, chess, all kinds of things. Here's chess pieces that you can cut out and use on the checkerboard. Here's some checkers. You can cut those out as well. So there's just all kinds of neat stuff. Then the dominoes, and the same site also had a lot of coloring sheets for little kids, and I printed a few for the grandkids. This princess, the turtles. There was a frog. Oh, here he is. He's stuck to her. And this big old frog. And Jackson will like that. And they just had tons of stuff on that one site. And like I said, I'll give you a link to that. So anyway, let's put all this back in the box. And we're going to wrap this. So, set this aside. I have my 4 strips for the sides. And then you'll need your cardstock. I have 2 pieces cut to the exact length. 2 pieces are 2 inches longer so that you'll have 1 inch on each end to wrap around your corners. So what you're going to do is take 1 piece of this, and I'm going to put it up against, so I make sure I get a straight edge. And I have score tape sheet on this. Well, I get it started. Okay. Get this one up in the corner. And we're going to put it right up against the edge, and I think I missed the edge by a hair. It's good enough, it's close. Okay, now we need to roll it, just like you would if you were making an album cover. Where's my, let's see, my gray one, and I like it the best. We'll use this. This will work. Let's get the other short one. Might as well do both of them. And then we'll do the 2 long ones. I think you'll really like this method because doing it this way, you can make a box as big as 12 by 12 if you wanted to. Okay, and there's that. Let me take this off the hook. I thought I did. Telephone solicitors. Whoops. Okay. Oh, there's my gray one. I knew I'd find it when I wasn't looking for it. Alright, so there's our second short one. And we're going to roll it just like the first one. Now we're going to glue. Don't be stingy with your glue on this process. You want to get a good seal. And I'm going to run just a little bit of glue in that fold. Just like that. And we're just going to roll it over and burnish it down. Fold there, because that's how it's going to tuck under the book. Cool. Let's do it again on this side in the fold, Okay. There's that one. Here's the second one. Okay, now we need the long ones. And these are going to give us, we're going to leave an inch. I'll use some scraps on this one. Come on, turkey. Here we go. Okay, so we're going to put it down about an inch, right along the edge. And I may have it just a hair crooked, who knows. A little bit, not bad. So this one, we have a little bit of cutting to do on this one. Let me get too much junk out here. Okay, make yourself a little pencil line. Whoops. Right here. And right here, just so you know where to cut. This is going to be our tab to close it. So we want to cut out. I'm not going to cut right up to the chipboard, just a little bit from it. And then on that fold. Then we're going to cut on our line here. And right here again. And I want to make myself a line to cut so I don't cut crooked. Right there. Where's my knife? Just cut that piece out. Goodness, the girls next door are singing. They're pretty loud. I can hear them out there. Okay, there's that. And cut in just a little bit farther. Didn't cut through. That's okay, I'll get it with scissors. Okay. Remove some of my junk here. Okay, now we can glue this one down as well. Okay. Now can you see how this is going to go? Like this. And this wraps around. And it closes it up beautifully. And see, you'll have a nice corner here. Awesome. Okay, one more to go. Okay, I'm having trouble with this one. Let me take a quick break here. I'll go ahead and get this one attached just like we did the other three, and I'll be right back. Okay, we've got our 4 pieces ready, and I went ahead and attached my design paper to the inside. For me, the beauty of this too, another part that I really appreciate is once you put these pieces on, your box is ready to decorate on the outside, the whole inside is done. And I love that part. So what we're going to do is attach these underneath to the bottom and make sure your pieces will stand up. And you just want to leave just a small space of the blue, just like that. That's all you want to leave. So I like to add the short sides first. And I'm just going to put the glue down here. And make sure I get plenty of glue on here, because we don't want this little thing coming up. So we're going to put that down. Make sure your sides match up. And just leave just a small, ever so small space. Make sure it goes end to end, just like that. And then we can turn it over and burnish it. And we don't want it to hang over the edges. And then we'll get the other short side and do the same thing. This paper is just so stinking cute. It's just adorable. So this goes on the opposing side. Just a small space of blue. I don't want the glue to show. And when it stands up, you should just see a tiny bit of blue. So let's burnish this down real good. Now it looks like I have, no I don't. Thought it was hanging over, but it's not. Okay, so then we're going to add this to this side, and when we stand it up, we're going to hook them together like that. Just like that, and that will make your box. Isn't that cool? Now, before I do that, I want to angle this down just a little bit so we don't have any overhang on the edges. And I'm not going to trim this, I don't think, because I'm worried about it leaving a hole if I do. And I don't want there to be a hole. To push it together really tight to make sure we don't have a hole. Oops, in there now. Wait a minute. Let me take this up. I should have got that closer. That one's too far away. see if I can get it up before it's adhered down too tight. I don't know if I can or not. May not want to come up. Alright. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to force it where I want it to be. I have decided I want it right up against the chipboard. So I'm going to push it up there. Otherwise, I'm afraid I'm going to have a hole in there. Now I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Okay, now let's do this again. Alright, now let's push it up to it. Tight and wrap this little turkey around. And put a couple clothespins on it. Same thing on this side. Push it in tight. Wrap it around. Oh, I didn't get that pressed down good. Bummer, I didn't get that down good at all. Alright, be right back. Okay, I'm back. I figured out what my error was. Actually, these two sides here that overlap should be just a scooch longer, probably. And I didn't do that, so this being the first time I made a box this way, we'll learn together. So if I have a little hole on my corner, that's just something I'll have to deal with this time, and I'll learn and I won't do it again, but I can't waste this paper because it's a limited quantity that I have, so I'm going to match it up as best I can. And I'm going to go ahead and wrap it and try to force it together the best I can. And then when I put the piece on the bottom, that should camouflage an imperfection, I hope. Okay, so we're going to push this together and add our clothespins, and I can see that there's a little bit of a gap there. I'll do the best that I can do. It's a live and learn process, I guess. But I love this concept because it's so easy to put together. And see, the inside of your box is completely done. So, yeah, I've got a little bit of a hole right there, which I'm not crazy about, but this one did alright. This one's okay, and this one's got a tiny bit of a hole. So I will learn in the future. And I might be able to force it together so that it's not so noticeable. But there's our box. Let's put all our little toys in it. Put the bingo sheets in this way. Maybe I should put this way. No, I'll leave them how I had them before. That works better. Like this and like this. And we'll put these here and these here. Now, oh, and I had forgot to show you the game pieces I made. These are just 6 little 1-inch circles glued together, and then I added these little pieces that came in the set and added some of the Nouveau clear crystal glaze just for game pieces, and I'm going to put them in one of these envelopes that Tammy sent with the pieces in it. I have the club, the diamond, the dollar sign, the heart, and the spade. So those are the game pieces, and those will go in here. And then I'm ready to decorate the outside of my box. Okay, I'm going to let these sides dry, and I will get back with you and we'll decorate the lid. Thanks for watching. I'll be back shortly. Hey guys, it's Bobbie. I'm back, and I wanted to share with you, I am remaking the lid. I was not happy with my corners, you know, and if I'm going to make it, I want it to be right. So I have redone the top and the 2 short pieces, just like I showed you before. They're attached exactly the same way to the back. And I'm going to set it in my scoreboard so I can get a good tight edge. And I'm going to hold it up just like it needs to be. My problem before was I think these other pieces weren't long enough. So if you will cut your chipboard then your 1 1/4 inch strips and lay it across the side here, it needs to go from this to this, and you can see that it's all the way even. And I think I came up short before, and that's why I had that little pucker or hole left in the corner, which I didn't like. So I'm going to wrap these just like I showed you before, cut them out exactly the same way, and make sure that I have a perfect corner. And as soon as I wrap these and get these ready, then I'll come back and we'll put it together. Alright, thank you. Okay, I've got the last piece ready. Well, let me show you. I attached the first one, and look, super corners, no gaps. So that was the answer. Yay, I'm so glad. I hate to do something and then not like it. So that first lid scratched. So I've made this one. I'm ready to roll it, and I just thought I'd show you. When I roll it, I like to take my scissors and go right along the edge and just kind of angle it just a tiny bit so you don't have any overhang when you wrap it. And then I made my pencil line here like I told you before, right here and right here, so that I can cut in on that line. And that fold's going to give me a little bit of a guide. So I'm just going to cut in like so, and like so. Don't want to cut too much. Now from here, I don't want any overhang from the bottom, so I am going to cut just a tiny bit of an angle. I'm going to draw a little pencil line so I don't cut into my corner, because I sure don't want to do that. So I'm going to cut right like that. And right here. I want to stay away from that corner just a little bit so I don't have a hole. That's the purpose of this whole thing, is no more holes. Okay, now I'm going to do my glue. push this down. I don't like to use the sharp edge of this because it makes a shiny mark, so I lay it over flat. That's the reason I'm doing that. Somebody asked me the other day, why do you do that? There's always a reason. Sometimes you just forget to tell people. Okay, now we're ready to give this. Alright, now see right here, oops, a little bit of a nub sticking. I'm going to take that off just a tiny bit, just like you do when you make a box. And that one looks pretty good, so let's measure it up, see what we got. That looks fine with no holes. Yay! Okay, so now we can add, oops, let me put my design paper down. I want to do that first. Make sure this matches. I got it a little bit shorter than I'd like, but I'm going to work with it. It's okay. It'll be fine. Oops. Okay, now let's put this little turkey together. It just irritated the tar out of me to have those holes. Okay, now we're gonna match it up just like this and press it down. Now let's glue these little flanges down. Oop. And clothespins. This side, get some going in here. Get my glue off of there. Oh, I like that so much better. So much better. Now once that dries, I'll cut a piece of the blue to fit this, and then I can decorate my top. Isn't that awesome? I'm loving it now. Just loving it. Alright guys, I'll be back with the finished tutorial once I've got my top decorated. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you back shortly.